Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our React JS CRUD application using Laravel API. So now guys, in this video, we will be learning how to create the student record using the API. Okay. So now guys, let's get started. So first, let's move to this add student button, and on that click, we are going to create a route to the like student create. Okay. So let's copy this and just move to this add button. Let's go back, and here you see guys that we are on the student.js page, and let's move below. So here is my button. Let me show you. This is my add button, and if you click this, what happens? You need to redirect to create form. So for that, you just need to go to your routing. So let's move to a router index.js which we have created. So if you want to understand how this routing is working, please watch out the first part of this tutorial, that is view installation and setup. So here, let's create a route, give the path student/create and move to the element. So my element is about the student create. Okay, let me create as a component, open and close, import student create from the pages. So go to the pages slash student create.js file. Let's copy this and create a file inside your pages. So just create one file, student create.js. And now let's create the function student create, open and close curly brace. And here I'm going to export default, that is student create, and give semicolon. Here you return and open close bracket, open the div and close the div, and here the form start. So let me just copy all the form design from the student page. Okay, so let me minimize this table. Let's copy this, Control C, and paste here. And now let us close this divs. Let's get back to student.js and closing divs. So here we copy, get back and paste again. So we have an extra div here. Let's remove it. So now guys, you can just change all the requirements. So add student here, and this is going to be a back button, and you should go back to the students page. Okay, and here make it to danger, and you need to import the link. Let's import that. Import link from react router DOM. Hit enter, and then now your form starts here. So before starting the form, let's check the output once. Let's get back and just refresh once. Okay, now let's click on add. Perfect. So it redirected to create student and here add student. And now let's insert the 4 input fields. So that is name, course, email, and phone. Let's get back. So now guys, let me just design and show you the 4 input fields. So now guys, I have just completed a simple form design here. Just started from the form tag and ended the form tag, and in between all the input fields. Okay, so here you see name, then email, then phone, and then course, and a submit button as save student. So now guys, I have added the name attributes, that is column name, email, phone, and course. So done guys, and here you see I have missed the class name. Let's paste as class name here. Let's save it. And now guys, let's check the output, refresh once and see the output. Perfect. So we get add student, all the input field names. Cool. So now guys, when we click to save, it should save the record. So let's write the code for that. So first step, we should get the input records. Like if we type the input, we should get all the input data and store in one variable. So for that, you can just get started to your function. on this function. So now guys, let's create a variable. So we call that as use state. So use state snippet here, and let's tell as student, and you can make this the capital. Okay, set student capital, and here get a record in a object. Just call all the column field names. Done. So our four fields are defined here, and now you need to get from the input. So when we type anything in the input, it should store inside the variable. So how we can handle that? So we call that as a on change. Okay, so you can use on change equal to open and close curly brace, where we create a function like handle input, copy this and create a function. So just add here const the equal to open and close bracket and open and close curly brace, and here you get the event, and we need to persist that e dot persist function, and then we get the data from this event dot target dot value. Okay, and we need to set in a variable. So for that you can just use this set student function. Inside this we are going to set it. So now you open and close curly brace and just push all the data inside your student variable, this student variable. Okay, so you're pushing here from what you're getting, and then you're getting the value. So event dot target dot value. Okay, so from the input value you are getting all the request, and the same from that input value, what are you getting? You're getting from that input name. Okay, you will select that value from that name and you are storing it. Okay, so this name is nothing but this name attribute, and the value you are going to store. Whatever you type, it automatically stores. And if you want to see the value also, you can just copy that and paste here. Value attribute, open and close curly brace. Just get this variable student dot name. Okay, you can paste that here, student dot name. So whenever the input change, it stores in a set student variable, that is student variable. Okay, and then guys, you can check that. Let me just show you the output. So before that, you see that use state is not defined. Let's copy this and just define that. Import react, give comma, open and close curly brace, paste this use state and from react. Okay, let's save it, and now let's check the output. So refresh once. Cool, so there is no error guys, and here I have installed one react extension, so it shows whatever we does. So right now we are on the student create here. Let's move on that student create. Let me just zoom it so it looks more clear. Here you see that guys, whatever states we set it. So here inside name, I'm going to type ASD, and you see that name ASD has been shown. Okay, so I'm going to enter that email with. Here you see it did not come. Why? Because we have not set that. We have just done for one input. Okay, let me show you. So here you see we have only done for one input. So what we need to do, you need to copy this and put for all the input and keep on changing here email, and this is going to be on change handle input the same, and you paste again, and this is going to be a phone, and then one course guys. Let's paste here the course. That's it. Now you can save it, and now you get back, refresh. Okay, it's loaded, and here you're on the student create. So let me open it, react hook, So name is Ved at Gmail. Here all its types. Perfect. So now guys, on this click, we are going to save the data. Now you can just get back and write the code. So for that, here on the save button, I mean submit button, save student, you have to call one function. On this submit button, what happens? It goes to the form tag first. So let's move on the form tag. Here we'll write the code as on submit equals to, inside curly brace, you call the function name, that is save student. You copy this and create a simple function on the top and create the function name. So before this return, I'm going to create the function name here. Just add const, then student, and open and close curly brace. So yep, here we have to give e equal to and then get the event. And now guys, when the form submits, I want to prevent default, so it doesn't load the page. Prevent default function. When we save the student, that time you need to get all the data. So let's keep all the data in one variable called data. I missed the spelling, const, and the we are going to give the name here, and here we are going to get from the student dot name. So what is the student? Student is nothing but the variable we have using for inserting the input records. Okay, so input data we have stored inside this student variable dot name. Okay, so same way, copy and paste for records, then email, phone, last for course. Save it. And now guys, let's do the Axios call. So for Axios call, you need to use AXIOS Axios, and to save the data using post method. And then, and here if you're using Axios, please import the Axios. Let's go on the top and import Axios from Axios. Okay, and now you can get back to your save student. Use a tilde symbol here. And now let me just show you the API to save the data. Let's go on our Laravel API. Let's move to the api.php. If you want to know how to create this API guys, please watch out the video, link given in the description. So now to save the record, here you see that on the store we are using as students. Okay, so let's copy this and get back to our React. Here you need to copy the complete URL. Let's go on the URL here, copy the complete URL and paste here and remove it. So this is my complete URL to save the data. And here what we have to do, you just need to add comma inside the post method and send the variable data. Let's copy this, Control D and copy and paste it. That's it. So now guys, here you get the response. Let me break this down. Let's use the alert response.data.message. From the backend side we get this message variable to get your data. Okay, so if you don't understand what is this, I'll show you from the Laravel side. So on my store function, I have just created one. Here you see, this is the message. Okay, so this message I'm using to display the message. So now let's validate the input fields. Like if you just click on this save student without inserting any records, so at that time what happens? We just need to show all the errors. So for that you need to catch in your Axios. So just use a catch function, open and close, and then again open and close curly brace here, and here you get all the error. So now you can use a request error. Whatever request goes, it sends a response, right? So error dot response, and now inside this response we have to check the response status. So let me copy and paste here, and response dot status is double equal to 422. All the input request it says. You can store in one variable. Set input errors list function. dot response dot data dot errors. So what is this error? These errors are nothing but the API validation what I have done. So let me just show you here on the when the validation fails, it goes inside this, and here all the messages of validation I have put in one variable called errors. So this response gives me over here. Okay, so I'm setting that in a variable set input error list. Okay, so let's create this use state at this top, and here let's paste it. Okay, let me remove the unwanted set input error list, and here I'm going to put as in a object that is curly brace. And now you can copy this and just use below your input tags. So let's get back on your input tag and open and close span, open and close curly brace, error list dot name. So you just need to display this. That's it. Let me add the class name equals to text hyphen danger. Let's copy and paste. Let me do copy and paste, and again copy the complete span tag, paste for your email, I mean phone, and then for the course. Now guys, you can just do your Axios, I mean here, and now if you see how many conditions are given here, so there are only two things. One is the 500, so this will not come, it is very rare chance. If you want to give that also, you can just check the same condition and use a alert part. Okay, so here use 500, that's it, and just alert. Okay, use in a alert. That's it guys, let's save it, and now let's check the output. So here you refresh, go to your console log first. Okay, so now if I click on save student, what happens? You should see. Okay, it took some time guys, but it loaded that name field is required, email field, phone field, course field is required. Okay, so now guys, to skip this, what's happening, you can just add a loader also. So let me just add the loader part. So where is my form? Axio save student. So this is my save student. So when I click the save, that time only I should load. So for that, call the set loading. Let me copy and paste this. Here we tell the loading, and again use the set loading, and now you use this set loading, copy it. So when the save function calls, I mean when the form is submitted, set loading to true. Okay, so once any form is submitted, like form successfully stored, please make it to false. And if you get any error also at that time, you can make it to false. Okay, just add that false here and here also. All set guys, and now call the if else condition to show the loading. Okay, so let me copy from the student.js file the loading code. So here is my if condition for loading. Let's copy this and paste here. So before my return, I just paste here, and this is a loading is a component guys which I'm using. So let me import loading from, what is the path? Let me see that. So I just need to go one step back and go inside the component and loading.js. So just move one step back, go to components slash loading.js. Okay, so inside that loading.js I have a simple code. Okay, this is a bootstrap code. So now guys, let's close this loading and get back to our student create. Let's save it, and now if you get back, refresh. Okay, so now if I click on save student, it shows loading, please wait. So until we get the response. Okay, perfect. So once the data we have got here, you see that name field is required and everything. So now guys, let's try to save the record. Om Prakash here, om at gmail.com. The phone number, it should be 10 digit because we have done the validation. If I put 9 digit only means it will tell minimum required. Okay, so let me add the BCA and let's save student. That phone must be 10 digit. Okay, let me add phone 10 digit and now let's save the data and you get student created successfully. Let's say okay and all done. So let me just get back and show you. So here you see Om Prakash, perfect. So now guys, I just wanted to, once we create the data, we should redirect back to students page. So for that, you can just get back and use a navigate. So inside your React router DOM, use navigate. Okay, navigate. And now you can use this here, const navigate equal to use navigate function. And this navigate will help you to redirect back. So now once the data is successfully saved and here you get the alert, after this alert, I just want to navigate back to my students page. So that is nothing but the students. So let's copy that route and paste here, /. That's it. So now guys, let us save and refresh. So let's enter the name Varun at gmail.com. Here we enter the phone number and BCA. Let's save student created successfully. Okay, and it's gone back here on the students and it's loaded the data. Perfect. So guys, we have successfully learned how to insert the data in our database using laravel API, and also we learned about how to navigate the pages, how to set the loading and do the validations also. So guys, in this video that's it, and let's continue next video about how to edit the data and update the data in React JS CRUD. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.